Good morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain news. Well, overnight prices are somewhat mixed. Beans are now up a penny at $14.08 on the May. We're only down 2 cents in the November at $12.68. Soybean oil has turned higher, a little bit over 53 cents a pound. Nearby May corn up 2 cents at $5.62, with geese at $4.87, up a penny. Wheat's up 9 cents in Chicago at $6.24, 11 cents in KC at $5.74, and 11 cents in Minneapolis at $6.35. So I think the wheat market is kind of leading a little bit of a weather rally here. Market's concerned about some dryness in the northern plains, some dryness in the U.S. southern plains, dryness in Europe, and some dryness in Ukraine. So our weather guy feels that there is a chance for the northern plains and southern plains to get some shower activity later in the month of April. He thinks that Western Europe is going to stay mostly dry through the rest of this month, and that conditions in the Black Sea, Ukraine, Russia area will probably be okay. Other weather news, Brazil is dry, and so we'll be watching tomorrow's USDA report and see if they bring the Brazil corn crop down, if they bring Argentina corn down, and if they increase China corn imports, and if that tightens up the U.S. corn carryout. Again, the average guess is around 1390 versus 1502. And we have a lot of private analysts that believe the corn carryout, when it's all said and done, will be 1200. In the beans, still Brazil harvest is pretty much over. Brazil and Argentina soybean and meal values are below U.S. There's concern about a lower China crush demand because of the African swine fever, but their import numbers suggest they may import more beans than what the USDA is saying. Our bean export market is probably very quiet. That'll show in today's export sales. But the crush demand is still record high and above the USDA's guess. And even though our soybean export pace has declined, the numbers suggest that we might ship more than what the USDA says. So even though the USDA thinks 120 million bushel U.S. carryout is minimum pipeline, it probably is below that number before harvest. The 30-day outlook for U.S. Midwest is good for planting. It could be a little bit below normal temperatures initially, but rainfall will be close to normal for much of the Midwest. So we think that U.S. farmers will get the corn crop planted. We also note that outside markets are kind of mixed right now. Watching to see the increase in cases here in the U.S., number of vaccination, whether or not we'll see some kind of mini super cycle with demand for food and fuel after people are vaccinated and things get back to quote unquote normal. And then we'll also be watching what the Feds do to interest rates, if they still accommodate into U.S. economy, and whether or not inflation begins to show in price increase. We did see that for the 10th straight month, world food prices are up, led by vegetable oil. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. Remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.